Welcome to Motivated Results. So today what I'm going to show you guys is my deload workout for today. I had deload legs, and it's actually supposed to be max effort work, so you're going to see me go a little higher, but probably even a little higher than I would want to for a deload, but it is what it is. A couple things to note on today's workout. I am doing standard deadlifting. I'm trying to prove whether or not my original theory on getting stronger on my weaker deadlift style will translate into my stronger style. And Cliff Notes is that at this point I'm not seeing that because it is slightly different muscles that you are activating that become a little bit more dominant in the pull. So it looks like I do need to work on both. It is what it is, live and learn. Gives me a little bit more time to worry about or practice certain training styles in order to bring this lift up. But another thing you notice, I don't know if I've mentioned this, I'm not wearing a belt throughout this workout. Why? Because it's a deload workout, first of all. I shouldn't be going that heavy, even though I kind of went a little heavier than I should have. But two, I really wanted to work on my raw deadlifting strength. That way it translates into my heavier lifts later on, and also I won't be as fatigued with the lower weight. Something to keep in mind, as I noticed on these pulls, I didn't have my center of gravity correct, and I think it's just the fact that I have been working on this technique for a while. As you can tell on most of my lifts, it seems like, first of all, my center of gravity seems like I'm pulling forward a little bit. I might be a little too far forward, or I just didn't position myself right. It seems like, if anything, could almost topple forward, which isn't a good thing. Secondly, it looks like I'm pulling a lot with my back, which, it's a heavy back movement, but the biggest issue for me is I feel like I should clear the knees with my pull, and then from there, everything else should be hip drive. So I definitely need to work on that. I mean, it is what it is. I haven't done standard deadlifting in quite a while, at least not for actual sets. And so, it's a learning experience. I got to work on all techniques, and it's true with everything. You got to work on your squat. You got to work on your bench. Everything is a technique. It's called the compound movement for a reason. So you got to work on it. And I'd rather do it now while the technique isn't fully ingrained incorrectly in my brain, and I still have time to get it correct. Get it correct. I don't think that's good English. Get it right, and that way it just becomes routine. It just becomes second nature. Like I said, here's what. Oh, right there, 275. That's 275, and I did two or three sets of 275. Only going to show you guys one in order to save time, but it's a little higher than I would choose to go on a deadlift deload day. Even though it's technically a max effort deload, I still wouldn't have gone this high, but I did want to test out my little theory. But at 275, I was feeling a little fatigued, and like I said, I wanted to continue to do a non-assisted workout with no belt. Here you notice that I'm front squatting, by the way. I'm using the lifting straps on the bar to help get a better position. I always have an awkward time trying to get my hands in a position to feel comfortable during a front squat, and I thought I'd try this out after seeing one of Campbell Fitness's videos that I published a long time ago. It's still kind of awkward. I still need to find a better position. I feel like my hands, when they're crossed over, as I like to, what I call the Chris Jones crossover arm thing technique, when I do it that way, it feels a little bit more comfortable. The only downside is that when I do start struggling with the reps, I find myself cramping in my biceps, which is the most random thing to say, but I don't know if I just end up instinctively flexing biceps as I'm trying to struggle through the reps, and I just cramp up, but it seems to be an issue. So I just need to find a position or a way that my arms can be comfortable and not, I don't know, cramp them up, I guess. Also, I feel like this was a good camera position for this. It allowed me to see depth. I can't really see it from here. I am going at least parallel or slightly below, but, hard to tell with the camera because it's not 100% level with my knees, which would be, I guess, the optimal way to do it. And you can see here, I did the kind of crossover version on my arms. Here's a better way of showing it, I guess, to you. And I progressively increased the weight, but I didn't go anywhere as high as I normally would, especially on a normal max effort day. So just keep in mind, this is kind of going to be the situation until this gym gets a proper squat machine, or a squat rack is what I meant to say. And that was kind of it, guys. From here I did a couple sets of leg extensions. I did a couple sets of hamstring curls, and then I did some lower abs. Kind of ab routine's gonna have to break down. It gets broken down throughout the week. I guess I haven't mentioned that before. Lower abs I feel right now is my biggest weak spot, so I definitely like to hit it multiple times a week, just like legs. But that's kind of it, guys. Pretty simple. Try to keep these short. So questions, comments, let me know. See you guys next time.